What's up, YouTube? This is Chase Bristow, the horny homemaker. Um, I've been sitting in this chair, mulling over this for, I don't know, about the past 2 hours, just trying to figure out what to do about my current situation. And, I, I've been thinking, do I just leave silently? Do I announce it? Do I announce my departure? Do I leave silently? Um, do I tell everyone what's going on with me? Or just make, just keep it to myself and don't say anything and just go? Um, there's, it's a really, really bad world out there, and I thought that, spreading joy and kindness and entertaining and bringing smiles to people's faces would, change that. I thought that maybe once I got out of high school and entered the adult world, the bullying and the attacks on me would stop. But those things aren't so. Those things are just happy thoughts crushed by bitter realities. And the reality is, I there is not going to be any kind of there's never going to be any healing for the emotional and mental damages caused by multiple uh, people I've encountered, not only on social media but in the real world. And I cannot, I mean, I can to a degree control who approaches me online and on social media platforms. I'm fighting back tears right now. Like, it is like so hard not to break down and cry because of my conclusion. But in the real world, at least I have some leverage on like who I associate with. In the real world, I can walk away from somebody and they won't keep following me. Or if they do, I can go hide behind something and, lose them. I could if I was walking in the street somewhere, I could go turn a corner and hide behind something. They wouldn't ever see me again. In the internet, I could block somebody and they could create a new account. And it's really, really hurting me to say this, but I'm leaving. I'm leaving, and I may not be coming back to my channel because I need to heal emotionally and mentally, and I need to do what's best for me. And I was planning on doing some dance videos in Times Square, and I was planning on live streaming my trip to New York. And with things going on the way they are right now, I am not even looking forward to New York because my parents are doing it again. When I was supposed to get Sophie after 3 months of living in this apartment, my parents bailed on me 2 weeks prior. Then I was supposed to get her for Christmas. 2 weeks before that, no, 2 weeks before that they bailed, and then I gave them a date. It was April 17th. 2 weeks before that they bailed, and now it's 2 weeks before my New York trip, and they're bailing again. Pardon me. And I, I can't even enjoy anything on TV. I've been watching the Golden Girls today as an obligation, not as something that I want to do, but as an obligation um to celebrate Betty White's birthday. If it was not if I did not feel obligated to celebrate Betty White's birthday, I would not even be watching it. I mean, it's the first time in like 3 or 4 days that my TV's actually been on or had a show on. But I haven't even watched anything on TV. And like as an obligation, I've been eating to celebrate. Eating. I had hot dogs because it's Betty White's favorite food. But if it wasn't for Betty White's birthday, I would not have eaten anything since I think Wednesday. I've been sitting in this chair, unable to sleep, unable to eat, unable to drink. And the only reason I've eaten and drank and watched TV today was because it was Betty White's birthday. And I feel obligated because I'm a devout fan of the Golden Girls. But I am going through a lot in the real world, not on YouTube, not on Discord or Rumble or anything. And I need to cut out as much stress as I can out of my life so I can begin to heal the wounds, the emotional scars. And I have 2 strikes on my YouTube channel. One that's why I wasn't posting for 2 weeks. And I'm trying to word this as appropriately and as diplomatically as possible so that YouTube doesn't take this down for discussing topics, but I don't even know. I really hope that YouTube doesn't take this down because I'm only telling what I'm going through. I'm not in this video. There will be no doxing. There will be no name dropping, and I'm only saying what I'm going through. And if YouTube takes it down because of what I'm going through, that will say something deeply disturbing about how much hell I'm enduring right now and how much bullshit I have to go through in life. I will be really, really... I won't know whether to be depressed or impressed if YouTube takes this down because I'm only discussing what I'm going through. And the only way that it could be, that I can think that it would be taken down would be because of graphic or disturbing content, which I'm experiencing it. This is basically my Yelp review of life, of my current situation. And, so, I've been, aside from my parents bailing and the constant battle trying to get negative comments and negative toxic people removed from my social media. There's a lot more below that surface, and I'm going to share it with you. So I have Asperger's syndrome, which is a mild form of autism. I have bipolar disorder. I have depression. I have anxiety, and I have PTSD. And those things qualify me for Social Security. And last year was a very hellish year. I had an individual from Spirit Halloween who lied and said that I um, made some propositions, and I'm not going to even go into it in full detail because there's a lot more ground to cover in this video. I may even, this may be a long video, I don't even know. I do know one thing about this video, and it's going to be my last for a long time. And I'm considering just leaving this channel as is and just looking back on my videos like a scrapbook. This channel may be left behind, and just I might start a new channel and keep it very private. I am seriously considering living a very private life away from all social media. Because on my dating apps there are people who just, I don't know, they waste time. They say they're coming over to meet up. They don't. They'll take one look at a picture online and they'll judge somebody based on their picture, and they won't even take a chance. And I was watching the Golden Girls celebrating, Betty White's birthday, and there's something that Dorothy said in one of the episodes. If you take a chance, good things happen. Good things might happen. Bad things may happen. If you don't take a chance, nothing happens. And that's why I have always been a chance taker. But I've opened my eyes to reality, and there are certain things in life that are not worth taking any chances on. I have tried. I have tried and tried to create a warm, welcoming, fun-loving, entertaining environment for my people on YouTube to enjoy. But there is so much negativity that keeps coming into it, and toxicity that keeps infecting the groups, the chats, the everything, and it's just a very, very evil thing. And in order for me to conquer the evil that I have been battling this whole time, like pretty much my life, all my life, between the bullies on the playground, in school, after hoping, looking forward to graduating and getting out of school and into the adult world, because I thought adults, they know how to act, they know how to behave, they're adults, they learned all of this stuff. And walking away from school, never having to worry about it again. I was crushed by reality. Adults happen to be way worse than kids when it comes to that. I've been a victim of bullying in the real world and online for far too long. I've also been the victim of bad, evil, emotionally, mentally abusive parenting. And my parents just, you know, they have they have hurt me in every way a person can be hurt. And I gotta eliminate some of it. I've got to get rid of some of it. I'm not going to delete my channel, but I am definitely walking away from it. And aside from the abuse that I take, I don't take it. I try to, defend myself. I try to, um, you know, I don't know. I just try to go through life with trying to be respected. And I feel like there's a lot of people that say that they're there for me and they're there to support me, but then part of me, I because of maybe it's my trust issues, maybe it's real, it's actually what's going on. I don't know the difference anymore because of how damaged I am. But part of me just thinks the people that say they're there to support me are actually there just to laugh at me and make fun of me. And they just see me as a living, breathing joke. I am very, hurt deeply by this emotionally and mentally, and I need to walk away. I need to just leave before I start saying things and having natural, um, human reactions to things that will give me a third strike. I do not want my channel removed over something that it was brought on by something evil. So in order to not let that evil um, fuel me enough to say something that will have my third strike and have my channel taken down, I'm decidedly walking away from it and leaving it while it's good and while I am able to, so that I still have my channel. There won't be any content, and I will, if, I don't know, I'm debating on leaving the comment section open. I'm probably not going to leave comments open. Um, I'm not going on my Discord group anymore because I can honestly say I do not feel safe. I don't feel safe in being. I don't feel like this is a safe place anymore. I think it's been overrun by toxicity and negativity, and um, I don't want to be in an unsafe environment, so I'm leaving it. I'm walking away and dealing with only what I have to. See, I don't have to be online. It's not something I need to do. It's something that I've always wanted to do to bring smiles and joy to people. And, if somebody's having a bad day, they can watch me, like, fall into a fountain or do a little dance and sing. I figured, if somebody's having a bad day, they could watch one of my videos and get a good laugh and it'll cheer them up. But who's cheering me up? I need to do what's good for me. I need to think about me. Because I get my Social Security every month. 200 goes for the rent here. Then there's another um $80 for the Wi-Fi. The electric bill's like 200. So that's basically 500. 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 400 left. Then I got my phone bill that I sometimes pay. Sometimes I use text now. Then there's YouTube Premium. There's all kind of things that when I was traveling the country I signed up for that are on auto pay that come out. And I've been signing up for things for 6 years and I can't track all that down. So by the time I pay my rent, my Wi-Fi, my electric bill, and my electricity, and then all the things I signed up for, I am lucky if I have enough money to buy real cleaning fluid so I can clean up something that if I spill something or if my dishes get dirty, I can use something other than hot water. I'm lucky if I can get that. And there's something that just I look forward to every month, but then it winds up not happening because of it. And it's something very simple. And it's something I look forward to. And I've been sitting here over the past 3 days, and all the things I've thought that would happen, I'm just realizing won't. And this is the darkest place I have been since the passing of Betty White and the passing of my cat. This is the third darkest spot I've ever been to in my life. And I am in mourning. Right now, I am just emotionally and mentally drained. And I've been sitting here just realizing that a lot of things are just pipe dreams, things that may never happen. And the one simple thing that I look forward to every month is going to blow your mind how simple it is. And I can't even do it because I can't afford to. And that's these pillows right here, this comforter, this rope. I want to take them to a laundromat. I want to take them to a laundromat and throw them in a washer and dryer and have a clean bed to sleep in. That's all. That's literally what I've been looking forward to every time the month draws to an end. And then when the month comes up and I pay my bills, I realize that's going to be another month in a dirty bed. That's literally something it's so simple yet unachievable. And that alone is one of my struggles. Then now I'm just sitting here with a sink full of dishes because I don't have any dish soap. And I don't know when I'm going to be getting that. I just sank all this money into a trip to New York to go get my cat. Because my parents said that they were going to meet up with me in New York. And they bailed. They told me that because I threw my phone at a wall and they had to put money on my card so that I could go get my phone repaired. They said that they can't afford to go to New York. And that's a lie. But I know that because they They do this 2 weeks every time they tell me that I'm getting Sophie, and I look forward to it for months on end. Then 2 weeks before that day happens, they they bail on me. They say they're not going to, and that's another thing. I When I got Sophie as a kitten, I made her a promise that I would never leave her. That I would always be with her, and my parents won't let that happen. And I'm gonna show you these animatronics here. They're new. All of them are new. I have 30 of them back in Maryland, in my parents' attic, and I can't even get them. They won't send me them. It took a year of me yelling over emails and text messages for my father to send one that and it's that Beetlejuice there. That Beetlejuice is the oldest animatronic in this apartment because right before they threw me out for being gay, I was starting to get serious with somebody, and I was back home back in 2020, 2021 maybe. I was in jail for like uh, 6 months or something, and when I was in jail, my SSI built up, and when I got out of jail, I had like $5,000, so I just went on like a 2 week shopping spree, and one of the things I bought online was that Beetlejuice. And before that thing could even ship, I was already back in Florida because I was seeing somebody and my parents threw me out again over it. And so once I got this apartment, I was my father and I were at each other's throats because I wanted to get that animatronic. And then I finally got him by telling him that I'm gonna either buy a new one and you're gonna keep quiet and not come at me for wasting money, or you can send me that one so I don't have to waste money because you always chew me out for wasting money, even though it is my money. And I'm not even gonna be discussing them because, like I said, I am only discussing me right now to avoid any further strikes. And I really hope that none of this hits any goes against any guidelines in the discussion. But because I'm trying my hardest just to not put any feelings into this or emotions and just lay down facts. Like, I am trying my hardest to abide by community guidelines and be as appropriate with this discussion as possible and be as calm and separate my emotions from. I'm taking my emotions, the names, and people out of this and just telling my experience on what I'm going through so I can hopefully not have this taken down. It's been a very, very long emotional battle with my parents, and I might, people are telling, I've had people tell me, why can't you just go to like an animal shelter and get a new cat? It's because of a promise. I didn't promise an animal shelter. I didn't promise any other cat. I promised my kitten that I got 7 years ago that I wouldn't leave her. And I have been traveling the country, and I love living without having any responsibilities or bills to pay, and just being able to do anything and everything I wanted, and absolute freedom. And if I knew I was not gonna ever see any of my property again, or if I knew then what I know now, I would not have even. I would have gone back to Florida after the convention was over. I would not have stopped everything I was doing because they have assistance here. I would have gone back to Florida and I would be traveling the country and living my life freely. Now I'm stuck here. And I'm even thinking about walking away from this apartment and going back to my life, the way my life used to be. I don't know. I have a lot to think about. And I really can't discuss it with anybody because I don't know who to trust anymore. I don't know who is genuinely going to be there for me. I don't think anybody really is there for my best interest. I think that a lot of people want to just continue to bully me, and the people that don't want to bully me just want to sit there and make fun of me and laugh at me like I'm some joke. And I think, I really think I'm alone. I think I am alone in life right now. And the only thing I know is I'm gonna. I went to this church luncheon today, and I'm thinking I'm just gonna start going to church on Sundays and until I decide whether or not to leave to abandon this apartment and leave in St. Louis. I know that this may be my last YouTube video because there's a lot of darkness in my life right now, and I need to figure out what to do to make things better for me, where I'm not being bullied or attacked. I need to figure out what I need to do to protect myself and keep everyone at bay, and at the very least at an arm's distance, so that I can heal from over 30 years of emotional damages. It's gonna be a long process, and I don't know how I'm gonna. I don't think it's ever gonna be. I'm ever gonna be fully healed because there's way too many scars there. But um, I figured that if there are people out there who actually do care about me, I figured I at least owe them this video to let them know why there may never be another horny homemaker video again, and why they aren't hearing from me on Discord. And I figured I at least owe anyone who actually does care about me, who is a decent human being, if there is one, if there are any out there who are part of this, I at least owe it to them to keep my channel up and not take it down, because I was considering that too before YouTube did. It's either take it down or walk away from it. In order to hang certain things on the walls, like that license plate there, I need some screws. So this chair I had to take this chair apart just to get screws for this license plate to be hung. I need a lot of household items. If I'm going to stick it out and stay here in St. Louis, I'm gonna need some household items like dish soap, screws for hanging things on the walls. Um, I'm gonna need a cleaner, a trip to the laundromat. There have been a lot of meetups from those. I'm trying to keep this as G-rated as possible when I say this. There have been a lot of Blanche Devereaux encounters. I'll just put it that way. In that bed. And, sweat, other things, um, on those blankets and pillows, um, accumulating for months and months. And I want to go to the laundromat and clean that all up. But I've been on YouTube putting my Cash App information out there, trying to get people to send me money so I can eat. And it would take about like 3 or 4 days of me doing it before somebody actually sends me something. So I'm not even gonna do that. Actually, you know what? I am, because why not? It's my last video. So I'll put a link in the description. Or no, I'll just leave. No, I'll come back and edit this video and put a link in the description, because I don't even know what my Cash App is anymore. I deleted that after realizing that that's a dream too, a fantasy. It's a bad place, this world, and if I don't have to be somewhere, if I'm not obliged to do something, I'm not gonna be doing it. I don't know what to do anymore. I know one of my occupational therapist that I would see every week. She she quit, and the lies about me from a coworker at Spirit Halloween caused me to um get have this very unprofessional person from corporate do a lot of unethical things towards me, like forcing me to incriminate myself. She tried to uh, make me confess to something I didn't do. I talked about it on YouTube. There's been so much backlash and people weaponizing that, and I just I have lost so many things that define me. I don't. I've been scrolling through YouTube, just scrolling on my phone, trying to figure out what to watch. I can't even bring myself to watching anything that would make me think of New York or Mamma Mia or anything, because I don't even want to think about that. I don't even want to deal with that. I don't even want any parts of that. And the really messed up part is, I have to go to New York and see it. I have a front row ticket to Mamma Mia, and in 2 weeks I'm gonna have to go there. It's not something. It was something that I was really looking forward to and really wanted to do, and now it's an obligation. It's either do that or just sit here and be miserable that I didn't, and add that to the scarring, the emotional damages. You know, it's damned if I do, damned if I don't. I don't want to do this. I do not want to go to I don't want to go to New York anymore. I mean, there's no point in it when I won't be leaving with Sophie. And I don't even want to go see Mamma Mia. I don't. I don't want to see it. I don't want to go to New York. I don't want to watch anything that's going to remind me of it. I don't. I've been hurt by so many men in my pursuit to have some companionship and some company. I can't even watch something on TV that will remind me of any of that. And there are, with as many encounters as I've had, there's not many things that won't trigger something. Trigger like a mild anxiety attack or any PTSD or anything. That's why I haven't been able to watch anything on TV. There's been a current situation with a certain married man, and I've been celebrating Betty White's birthday, and there's an episode of the Golden Girls where Dorothy's dating a married man, and that triggered an episode. So I can't even watch the Golden Girls. I had to stop watching that and do this video. And I tried to just ignore and keep that on as background, and couldn't even do that. So a lot of things that I really enjoy that would be an emotional outlet have now become an emotional trigger for me. Like ABBA music, Mamma Mia, New York, the Golden Girls. They've all recently, Sophie. Those 5 things that used to provide me an emotional outlet have now turned into emotional triggers. And I don't know what to do. I mean, even Halloween, like, there's a reason I don't really go into that room much, and that's because that after the fiasco with Spirit Halloween, looking at animatronics now are emotional triggers. And that's another reason why you haven't seen me doing an unboxing, because I can't even bring myself to going online to look at any of that. Because I'll be reminded of something else that was traumatizing to me. So, I have literally sat in this chair. I haven't slept in like 3 or 4 days. I haven't eaten anything except for out of an obligation to Betty White for her birthday. And I haven't watched any TV. I've been sitting here just scrolling on my phone and doing live streams. I literally had to delete my Rumble account because somebody kept coming onto my account that that had blocked me originally, and then came back. And after I blocked that person, created another account and came back. I mean, if somebody blocks me, then why would they come back into my life? And then after I block them, they continue to come back. I mean, I don't even want to get into that. That's just a drop of water in the ocean of things I'm dealing with right now. And I just want to leave you guys with this last thing. I'm so glad that you managed to get through this whole video and watch this. And this is directed towards anybody who has my best interest at heart, who genuinely cares and knows how to treat somebody right and knows how to be kind to one another. Um, and who has appreciated my channel. I want to say thank you so much for your support. It means a lot to me. And I am really, really sorry. I apologize from the bottom of my heart that I cannot be there for you anymore to bring you joy and happiness. Because I gotta find it for myself. And it hurts so bad to leave and say goodbye. I appreciate everything, you guys. I appreciate the kindness. I can't believe I'm saying goodbye. But I have to, because there's so much wrong with everything. I am so sorry that I won't be on here creating content anymore. I am so sorry that I won't be able to. I'm so sorry. Thank you for being a good person. Thank you for being kind. And I am so sorry that I have to say goodbye and live life off of social media for a while. And if I do come back, my content will be very hard to access. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful life. I hope it's full of happiness and joy. I hope you find someone who can bring you as much light and joy as I have. And I wish you guys all the best. And thank you so much for being there for me. But I have to figure out a lot of things and figure out what I'm going to do. What I'm going to do to replace things like the Golden Girls, Halloween, animatronics, and ABBA. Things that have defined me, I have to replace and find something new. Something that isn't tied down to things. So, I wish you guys all the best, and thank you guys for everything. Stay golden, everybody. I love you all. I love you. Goodbye.